Talking about like basketball player John Morant. Basketball. So grown man just hit you in the face.
From his explosive dunks to his mesmerizing dribbling, John Morant's every move is a testament to his exceptional talent and dedication to the game. However, over the years, John Morant has caught himself in major legal trouble. From flashing guns on social media to being involved in a shooting, John Morant allegedly has a criminal record so wild, lengthy, and dark that even the most famous NBA players are highly afraid of him. Ready to see what makes John Morant one of the most feared opponents in NBA history? Keep watching till the end of this video to see why NBA players are really scared of John Morant. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. John Morant's criminal record. Along with John Morant's extraordinary career, he also has an extensive list of controversies and numerous legal troubles. This list just makes him someone you want to stay away from. Morant was once named a defendant in a lawsuit filed in Tennessee and was accused of punching a 17-year-old boy during a pickup basketball game in July 2022. The case was filed in September 2022, and it was reported that Morant and the boy had initially engaged in a verbal dispute during the game. Things got really bad later, as the 17-year-old was claimed to have accidentally hit Morant, while Morant was accused of punching the 17-year-old and knocking him to the ground. Not just that, he also hit him several times. When Morant was questioned by the responding officials, he claimed that it was just an act of self-defense and also stated that the boy had threatened him right after the incident. Morant said, "I swung first." He had also said that he believed that the boy had been the aggressor because it was he who had thrown a ball at Morant's head and stepped toward him. He added, "The ball was to me the first hit." As part of the threat by the 17-year-old boy, Morant told the police that he shouted, "I'm gonna come back and light this place up like fireworks." This incident does not end with the Washington Post releasing a report that turned out to be a game changer. This report took on the perspective of the teenager who had been assigned the task of guarding one of the world's greatest basketball scorers. When Morant had roughly thrown the ball at the boy's chest as an attempt to check it in, the boy did the same, throwing it just as hard back at him. The teenager said that the ball slipped through Morant's hands and hit him in the chin. The report also gives us a glimpse of what happened after the fight. It was alleged that Morant went inside his house, and when he came out, he had a gun tucked in his waist. The 17-year-old's mother had taken the boy to the hospital and later filed a police report. Well, Morant's extensive list doesn't end there, as another incident alleged that he threatened the head of security at a mall in Memphis. What's notable is that this incident took place just 4 days before John Morant's famous altercation with the 17-year-old boy. It was reported that Morant's mother had gotten herself into a verbal altercation with an employee at a Finish Line store inside the mall. As expected, she called out for her tough son to help her out. Well, she called Morant for backup, and when he entered the mall along with at least 9 people, they were confronted by the mall's head of security. Morant had initially refused to leave the mall's parking lot, and then authorities arrived at the mall. When they were leaving the mall's premises, Morant allegedly stated, "Let me find out what time he gets off." It was also alleged that one of the members of Morant's crew pushed the head of security. John Morant flashing a gun on Instagram Live. On March 6, 2023, the police department of Colorado commenced an investigation on John Morant after he had been alleged to have a gun in a strip club during an Instagram live stream. During the live stream, this basketball terror appeared to flash a gun at a nightclub. However, one of the most important facts that sparked this incident was the fact that it took place hours after Memphis's loss to Denver. In the video, John Morant was seen dancing and rapping along to a song, and things get interesting at a point when he appears to display a gun with his left hand. This was something the basketball player would later regret upon. Just about 2 days later, the department announced that he wouldn't be facing any criminal charges for the incident, stating they were not able to determine that probable cause existed for the filing of any charges. The department's statement regarding this incident includes that there weren't any disturbances reported, and also there weren't any citizens or patrons at the club who came forward to make a complaint regarding this. The investigation had concluded with the primary idea that there were no threats related to the firearm. And in case you missed it, there weren't any firearms located. The statement also says, although the video was concerning enough to prompt an investigation, there was not enough available evidence to charge anyone with the crime. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver said, John's conduct was irresponsible, reckless, and potentially very dangerous. He added, it also has serious consequences given his enormous following and influence, particularly among young fans who look up to him. The Grizzlies declared that Ja Morant would be out from the team for at least 2 games. The basketball player's official statement, which he had released that day, stated that he would be leaving the team for an indefinite amount of time. You might be surprised, but he claims that this is to find better resources to handle his stress, anxiety, and his overall well-being. Well, that doesn't sound at all like Ja Morant. He had also deactivated both his Instagram and Twitter accounts, causing a shockwave both between his fans and his foes. Nike, who Ja Morant had a partnership with, also released a statement on the incident. "We appreciate Ja's accountability and that he is taking the time to get the help he needs. We support his prioritization of his well-being." On the 5th of March, Grizzlies head coach Tyler Jenkins stated that there wasn't any timetable for Morant's return to the team. But then, on the 8th of March, the Grizzlies announced that Morant would be away from the team for a period of at least the next 4 games. Ja Morant's absence for some time does not make him a harmless man. Ja Morant's beef with other NBA players. Ja Morant is popular for his endeavors outside the basketball court, but what about inside of it? On February 5, 2023, a report was released that described an altercation between the associates of Morant and a member of the Indiana Pacers, a team that had challenged them on January 29. During the game, Indiana Pacers guard Andrew Nembhard got himself into a verbal altercation with Ja Morant's father. Things got even nastier as Morant came over and disagreed verbally with Nembhard. It even went further when Indiana Pacers shooting guard Chris Durant attempted to engage in a physical altercation with Morant. There have been allegations that the acquaintances of Morant aggressively confronted the members of the Pacers party close to their team bus. A person in the same SUV in which Morant was riding in appeared later. This time, he was equipped with something alleged to be lethal. He had pointed a red laser at the bus, and 2 members of the Pacers party opened up and said that they believed that the lasers were attached to a gun. Ja Morant's agent, Jim Tanner, said, "Any and every allegations involving a firearm have been fully investigated and could not be corroborated. This includes the NBA investigation last month, in which they found no evidence." He also added that the incident involving the teenage boy was purely self-defense. Again, after this was fully investigated by law enforcement, they came to the decision not to charge Ja with any crime. In support of Ja Morant, Tanner criticized the allegations, unsubstantiated rumors, and gossip, and said that they were put out by people motivated to tear Ja down and tarnish his reputation for their own financial gain. Morant later posted a tweet, and as expected, he denied all the allegations that were made against him. He also clarified that Devontae Pack was banned from attending Grizzlies home games at the FedEx Forum for a year. So, what do you think about Ja Morant's alleged criminal record? Is his beef with NBA players and flashing a gun on Instagram Live the reason why NBA players should be afraid of him? Join the conversation and let us know in the comments section below. That's the end of today's video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more content. Thanks.